Ladies and gentlemen, we are live and in the doghouse. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my sponsor, Capgo Championship Belts. I love you guys. I want to shout out the boys at the Hardway Podcast. I love the Hardway Wrestling Podcast that we do weekly. Also want to let everybody know you can purchase the referee T-Bone Jones Productions t-shirts on prowrestlingtees.com. I'll put a link in the description of this video later. Let's get right to it. Let's introduce our guest. We are going to introduce our guest and share. Here we are. Let me see. There we go. We are live, and our special guest tonight is 3-1 amateur heavyweight boxing champion, Dillon Redneck Pumphrey. Welcome, sir. Welcome to In the Doghouse. You are episode 14. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good.
Awesome.
Living life.
Awesome. How does it feel to be the champ?
It feels great. I always wanted to have that opportunity, and I got it, and I wasn't going to take no for an answer over that belt, and I got in there to do what I had to do, and I did it quick as I could, and it was one of those be killed or do the killing, and I guess I had to do the killing. That's why they call me the redneck. I got these guns,
Absolutely. Well, we're going to get right into it. Our first question. What got you interested in the fight game? What brought you to the table with fighting and boxing?
Man, I was always watching my older brother fight. It was interesting, going to these events, watching all these fights. And, I think, you know what? When I turn 18, I'm going to give her a shot. I never really had, the best luck with it. I never really trained real hard. I just, hopped up in there straight off the couch, and I just always had a heart for fighting, boxing, and I guess 'cause I like contact sports. I like to, give one to take one, and I don't know. It's just like it always gave me a thrill. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just shoot for it and just see what happens. And I've done okay in the Toughman. I mean, I've never won one. I kind of.
I thought you won one.
Because I never trained.
Sorry, I thought you won one.
No, I've always placed third and fourth. I played close. And I just from when I think it was back in 2022, it was the Parkersburg Toughman. I got in there and fought this guy, real tough guy. I was only training, I think, a month before that. He had trained longer and longer, and it was the second night, first fight, and I won the first round, and the second round, a lot of mistakes was made, and I come with my hands down. I took a nice old overhand to the chin, and after that, I started taking it a little bit more serious, and then I got into amateur boxing, well, because Toughman it's not that you can't go nowhere or anything like that. It's Toughman's more like a bar fight.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you've already got 1 minute to give somebody the business, and that's not a lot of time.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, and I always had that dream that I wanted to go professional, and that's hard to do when you're just fighting a Toughman contest. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna step up, amateur, and first two matches I had in Braxton County. I just done when I dominated. I said, I'm not driving, almost 3 hours to come play.
Yeah.
And I just the first one I won by unanimous decision, and then the second one was TKO. And then my one loss was it was out of stupidity. I didn't take it too serious. I just wanted to jump in the ring because I'd missed fighting. And well, for anyone watching this, if you want to box, is cardio is a big key. And
Absolutely.
if you don't have the cardio, you might as well just step down. Because when you're fighting 3 rounds, 2 minutes, that's a whole lot of fighting.
Oh yeah.
And I think I didn't stop that one I lost. It was one of those. I told the ref I'm tired. Well, so he went ahead and just waved it off, like which I don't care that he did because it's one of those things that safety is more important.
Absolutely.
So
Safe.
I wasn't going to stand there for 2 more rounds and get knocked out and end up getting hurt. So I was like, you know what, doesn't really bother me. I'll take it as it is. But the crazy thing is, the guy said he beat my butt, and all that good business. And I told him, well, let's rematch, and he will fight me again. So it was one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, you get lucky, and then they don't want to give you the rematch to find out if it was luck or if it was actual skill. But hey, they're gonna live with that regret in their head. You were off your game. You know what I mean?
I was beyond, and it's that thrill, that rush that you get. Hey, I want to get in there and all that good stuff, and then I just I blew that one out of stupidity.
Yeah.
And you
All right. Well, we're gonna
you win some, you lose some, you live to fight another day.
Yep. We're gonna move on and ask you the next question. I was gonna ask you about your fighting time and Toughman and everything, and you already told us about that. So you already indulged in that. So we'll just move on to the next question. What was the transition like from brawling tough man brawler to amateur fighter? How tough of a transition was that for you?
It is, it's very tough. When you're just getting there swinging, not keeping your hands up, and how it's real fast paced. Well, and then when you jump to amateur, it's not as bad, it's not as fast. Um, so I mean, I really just I had to adjust accordingly. Which I mean, I did. I like the moving, the switching because of I mean, I liked how it wasn't so fast paced. You
Yeah,
had people that actually wanted to box and not brawl. Which I mean, I still catch myself in the moment, even amateur. If you got somebody else wanting to brawl, you got to do what they do. Um,
absolutely.
that's really on that question that I can
Yeah.
really answer on that one.
All right. Well, you're coming off a big victory in winning a heavyweight amateur boxing championship. How does that make you feel?
It makes me, I mean, it makes me feel like I accomplished, something, something that I always wanted, to win. Um, and it just still like it just tickles me. I got that opportunity, and I just I don't know. I look at that, that belt all the time. I'm like, wow, I feel like I accomplished something big in my life, at 27 years old. So it's just, you know, I,
That is a big accomplishment. And I want to say, I've known you for quite a few years now. I want to say congratulations. I'm very proud of you, seeing where you came from and how you started and where you're ending up. I've watched quite a few of your tough men. I've been in the building for some of them. Yeah, so I'm very proud of you, brother. See where you come
I
from,
appreciate it.
how you're going. I can't wait for to see what the future holds for the redneck Dillon Pumphrey. Um, yeah, and that's the next question. Where do you see yourself going from here? Do you see yourself in the professional ranks?
I sure do. It's going to take some time. All I'm waiting on now is the federal boxing ID through the commission. So I mean, I'm already there, I just want to keep getting higher and higher and higher. You know, it just keep working my butt off and just keep getting in that ring till I can't fight no more.
Amen. Amen. We're excited to be along for the journey. Like I said, I got several videos of you on our YouTube channel. Everybody can check out your last victories on there. Just made a short of it very, very short while ago. Yeah, and talking to you earlier beforehand, before this episode, you said your one loss was because of your cardio. So what did you do to remedy the cardio situation?
Well, with my last fight, with the whole cardio, was I basically, just paced myself a little. I mean, a little more. Um, I had always had a real bad problem with blacking out. Uh, and somebody once told me was that'll, can mess with your cardio a little bit too. Uh, so I just paced myself. I didn't really try to, take that bout real full speed. I mean, I did, but not like so much to where cardio would have had to play. Which, you know, in my mind, that title bout wasn't going all 3 rounds. I wasn't going to let that happen.
You were getting
So
that
it's just
over
like,
quick, fast, in a hurry. You wanted to go home with that belt. That's why I wanted to ask you about the knockout power. Man, watching you fight that last fight, you look like Butterbean in those American flag tights and knocking the guy out, man. That looked like Butterbean. Where's that knockout power come from?
I, I really, I guess more or less, I guess I just took my time with it. I didn't like rush. So I mean, I would say I kind of just like aimed. In previous, bouts and stuff, I never would aim. I would just throw. So I never really knew with a glove I could actually really do that. Um, so and which I mean, I know I've got knockout power. Just I always thought it was a little harder with the glove. Well, now I know if you, settle down a little bit and just aim, watch where you're throwing, that chin is a sweet spot. And it's just,
Yeah. Timing and precision is everything. You seem to
I'm learning.
your last fight. You definitely seem to have the timing and precision. You said you aimed better and properly. So that's what it was for you was timing and precision. I'm like I said, I'm very happy for your win. I was gonna open the floor up because I've already asked you all the questions I had to ask you. So go open the floor up, but there isn't nobody watching. Somebody keeps hopping on and off, but nobody's actually staying on. So we'll probably get questions later. We'll probably get more views later than what we have right now. But if, I'm going to open the floor up and let you talk about your next upcoming fight, and then we'll jump off here and we'll only do a 20-minute set.
Well, my next one, if all goes planned, is supposed to happen for my first professional. Is supposed to be in Niagara Falls, New York. Um, well, as I've said, about with my last ones, I'm not going to go all these hours to come play around. So I mean, I ain't gonna let some city slicker whip on a redneck like me from West Virginia. It's not gonna happen. It's I mean what I say. So it's kind of I'm excited about it. It's gonna be a great experience. Before finding that out from my manager, which is real great guy, um, I was telling somebody I always wanted to fight in a casino. Well, and he got a hold of me, was asking me these questions, would I fly and have I ever fought in a casino or how would I feel about it? And I was like, that was a blessing, and that's going to be a great experience. Just even checking the sites if I get to. It's going to be a real great experience. So it's just, I'm ready for it, excited, uh, and just really just take it from there, really.
I will definitely keep an eye out and be watching. Hopefully, you get me a video. We'll post it on the YouTube channel and let the world see the redneck ripping off the head of a New York City slicker. Uh, that excites me. That's why I'm rubbing my hands together. I love what you're doing. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of where you're headed. You said that fight's taking place in March. So
Yes,
our
in March,
fans,
supposed to.
so our fans can look for that in mid-March, end of March for that video. That'll probably be going up on our YouTube channel if Dillon will happily send us a video. We'll post it up and keep everybody updated on what's happening with the redneck as he goes through from amateur to professional, and you will actually see the transition over the years because some of his tough man fights are on our channel along with his amateur and then hopefully his professional. So you'll get to see all the transitions of Dillon, the redneck Pumphrey. I'm gonna let Dillon let y'all go. And have a good night. Enjoy having your son there, brother. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You blink, you miss it, man. Mine are all getting growing up. My youngest is my 6-year-old. It seems like you blink and you miss it. Let me end this live here in 1 second. I'll click right back over and get you back on. Um, talk to everybody later. Everybody have a good night. I'm referee T-Bone Jones, and I am out. All right, I'll be